What is meditation?
I would say meditation depends very much in which context we are using meditation, and we Buddhists, we don't have a monopoly on meditation. So there are many different traditions. There's even secular meditation, secular mindfulness. But in the Buddhist context, what is meditation good for? Meditation, I would say, is one of the tools, and a very important tool, to cultivate the mind. First, actually, even to see that the mind needs to be cultivated, meditation is very helpful already. In meditation, we often divide between samatha and vipassana. So one important function of meditation is to steady and unify the mind. Because when the mind is all over the place, it can't do any task well. So we use samatha practice to tranquilize, calm, steady, and unify the mind, which will also help to overcome passions. Because from that practice, you get a sense of joy and happiness. And the joy and happiness that comes from meditation makes you independent of other joys and pleasures that we usually use in order to achieve happiness and well-being, like eating, drinking, sense pleasures, entertainment, music. But because now you have a way of accessing pleasure and well-being that doesn't need all of these external sources of well-being, that's why you become independent. And that's why the mind can give up passion, raga, with the power of samadhi. So this is one aspect. The second aspect of meditation is what we call vipassana, where we investigate and try to view, investigate, and distinctly see conditioned phenomena, sankharas. So, investigating them, are they permanent or impermanent? Is this feeling permanent or impermanent? This perception that I'm having, body, consciousness, is it leading to perfect happiness forever? Does it lead to satisfaction, or is it unsatisfactory? Or is there any part of my mind or of my body that I can truly call myself? The body? Which part of the body? The head hair or the body hair? Or the nails, the teeth, the skin, sinews, or maybe bones? Is that you? What if a tooth falls out? Is then one part of you gone? Or if you have a completely new, don't know how they call this in English, row of teeth, which you can take out, this means yourself is gone? No. So if no part of your body is myself, then probably all the individual parts coming together also cannot be myself. And it's the same with feeling, perception. Whatever changes cannot be called truly myself, my soul. So in meditation, we can see these much more clearly than in our daily lives. We can investigate, see, and contemplate on these three characteristics, anicca, dukkha, and anatta, and also see their conditionality of all conditioned phenomena of sankharas. So, and the result of that will then be a letting go of passion, a development of wisdom, and overcoming of ignorance. And in the ultimate goal, it's also the cycle of birth and death, which we call samsara, that too needs craving and clinging as a fuel. But once all clinging and craving has been reduced, and eventually completely eradicated, even clinging for existence itself, bhavatanha, once all these forms of craving have subsided, then at the breakup of the body after death, there's no renewed becoming, which we call parinibbana. So this is meditation is a tool. One, it's not the only. There's 8 factors, 8 path factors, not only mindfulness, not only concentration, but also virtue, effort, right thought, thinking again. Thinking is part of the practice, it's not an obstacle. So, when we cultivate these 8 path factors, meditation is an important one among them, especially the cultivation of mindfulness and concentration, and also wisdom, that supports the practice and then will lead to increased states of well-being, both in the here and now, but also in the future. And then eventually, at its highest form, to a complete cessation of suffering, which we call nibbana.